Okay, well, welcome everyone. I hope you guys had a great day. I am just like still trying to recover, so my plan is, and then I leave again Friday morning for Kentucky to see my daughter at school, so it's like, 2 weekends in a row. But that's okay. I'll have plenty of time in the car to like get organized and send some messages and do that kind of stuff. But so last week we were talking about branding and coming up with some pillars, and thank you guys for all submitting those. Like Rachel pointed out, we got a lot of boy moms on in this little huddle. Not familiar with that at all. But I was kind of looking over some things, and as far as what your brand is and how they define it. And I just wanted to just kind of read this little definition. They talk about it as a set of expectation, memories, stories, and relationships that taken together account for the customer's decision to choose you, your products, or your services over another. So, you know, like we were talking about, if you watch Sarah's video, how she was talking about the storefront and everything. So what makes you different? What makes you stand apart? I know we have a lot of boy moms, but I'm sure they're different ages. I'm sure, you know, some are in sports, some are in band, some are in, you know, it's going to be different, even though you guys have the same, you know, pillars. But when you're coming up with your brand, you know, it's your story's part of it, your filters are part of it, the way you write your posts. Like for me, I am not one of those that will write like paragraph after paragraph after paragraph. That's just not me. I'm like to the point. I say a few sentences, and you know, if you look at my posts, they're all very short. Now there's some people that all their posts are going to be 5 paragraphs long. So that's part of your brand, just how you write your posts. Your color schemes that you use, if you're posting quotes and pictures, I always try to, you know, put those quotes into, let's say I'm using a pink background, like I'm going with pink. So I'm going to, even though I see a quote on another, you know, thing on Pinterest, I'll still transfer that over to a pink background, just because that's who I am. That's how my look is. So, so just keep all of that stuff in mind. Does anybody have any questions over last week and the branding, or coming up with the pillars, or if you want to share, have anybody started implementing that? Anybody? No questions, no concerns. All right. Then we're going to just go ahead and move on this week. We're going to be talking about messaging. Messaging for parties, for reps, and even just to, you know, try on the clothes. So what the homework is going to be, well, I'll back up a little bit. We have a Discover Zaya. Oh, Rachel, you're making me jealous. I have water.
Balance.
I need some wine in my life. But we have the Discover Zaya event coming up on Thursday. So an easy way to get the homework done this week would be inviting to that Discover Zaya event. And honestly, it is really easy to invite to that one. I was going to share my screen and kind of just show you some scripts and stuff too. And I can also, don't worry about writing these down. I'll just paste them into this group. But let me share my screen. Okay, so for like the Discover Zaya event, you know, it's just super simple. Hi there, my team is hosting a Discover Zaya event on Facebook this Thursday. If you would like to learn more about the business opportunity, no pressure. It's just an easy way to learn about what we do as reps. Super easy and non-threatening. And so anybody that's kind of expressed any interest in that, it's just a really simple message to send. So let me get out of this and I'll pull up these recruiting scripts. So I mean, sometimes I hesitate to share scripts because obviously we don't want people just taking word for word, and you want to make it your own. But like I said, I'll share these with you, but so just a prospecting formula, start with however you start. I mean, don't, if you're, I'm usually hi, I'm not hey or hey there or hey girl, whatever you're comfortable with. But so an enticing first sentence, so something that they can relate, to the prospect, why you're messaging them, the connection, what is this all about, excitement, and then end with a question. So recruiting is pretty much your number one goal when it comes to reaching out, because starting with the business opportunity, if they're not interested in that, then you can always back down. Well, would you like to host a party? If they're not interested in that, well, would you like to at least try the products? So you can kind of, back down from, starting with the rep, but you can feel out your customers. If you know that they're not, you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can obviously switch it up. But I try to always start with that recruiting, recruiting as my number one reason for reaching out. So this is something you can send out to a potential business builder. So cold market, somebody that you don't know. Hi Mary, how are you? I almost didn't reach out, but decided to anyway. I see that you're an active person who wears activewear regularly. You seem to be very confident, motivated. I think you may want to take a look at what I do. If I sent you a short video that explains what it is I do, would you watch it? You guys can read through these, but so that's, a potential business builder, a customer. Hi Mary, how are you? Congratulations on running the 5K last weekend. So kind of look at what they've been doing, whether if it's on Facebook or if it's on Instagram. Go back and do your research so you can find something that you can, relate to them with. So I'm also training for one myself. I'm reaching out because I found this amazing line of activewear, breathable, perfect for active people like you. You could also, throw in with the leggings and how you have friends that have ran marathons and how they don't fall down, and just kind of go into that. Fabrics dry quickly and don't stink. I think you'd love them too. Would you be interested in checking it out? So that, to me, that's not salesy. That's just trying to help them find a solution and offering what we have. So let's see, warm market. Hey, Marcy, how are you? I just wanted to reach out and let you know I'm a rep for an activewear line, especially if they love Lululemon without the crazy price. Our products are amazing. I think you would love them. Can I send you a link for some of our best sellers? What are they going to say? No. I would think they'd be like, sure, so at least you can, get the product, send it over to them at least and let them look at it. So a potential host, so hosting, a party. This is a good one if they've already been a guest in the party. Hey, Jennifer, I had a blast partying with you at Heidi Zaya party. I'm looking at my calendar in October and wanted to reach out to see if you're interested in booking with me. Zaya parties are awesome because I do all the work and you can earn the free and discounted clothing. And I send my available dates so we can get you on the calendar. Again, that's very non-threatening. They can say sure, or they can say, well, October's kind of crazy, but maybe we could do November or something like that. Then for a warm market, reaching out to host. Hey, Ashley, thank you so much for always supporting my business. I'm booking up my calendar for the month and wanted to reach out and check if you wanted a spot. It's perfect. It's a perfect way to get some free and discounted Zaya. What week would work best for you? So again, obviously you're not going to use these words for words, but it'll kind of, if you're not very comfortable reaching out or you're kind of at a loss when it comes to messaging people, you can definitely use these as kind of a little template for sending those messages out. Does anybody have any questions, or anybody have any scripts that have worked for them or that they like to use, that they get people responding back to them that they want to share? Anybody? You guys are quiet tonight. Taylor?
Whenever I invite people to the Discover Zaya event,
Mm-hmm.
I might white lie just a little bit. I did eventually plug into one, but I always let people know that it helped me when I was considering the opportunity, because I'm like, there weren't any strings attached. Like, I didn't have to purchase anything. It was just a really great way for me to get a feel for the team I was about to join, as well as answer some of my questions without I think people get hesitant to ask me 15 different questions, and it's just helpful to hear it on a video. And so I just kind of reiterate the overall point of the group and just tell people it was super helpful for me when I was considering it, and it was really what made me jump all in. And I think I actually watched the Discover event afterwards, after I had already signed up, but they don't know that. And it still was really helpful, regardless. And most of the time, 9 times out of 10, my people are normally okay, yeah, sure, I'll plug in. And then if they can't catch it, it's always recorded, or they can go back in and watch it later. So I think that's helpful too, when people are oh, I can't make it at that time. So just highlighting it doesn't go away tomorrow if you can't be on the call live. So
right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's very, very helpful. Anybody else? Nobody? Everybody's kind of asleep tonight, I think. Last week, you guys were all chatty.
It's been a long day and a full one.
I know.
Sorry, I've just kind of always found, I guess I'm still new in this, and I really haven't invited a ton to this outside of my VIP group. That's kind of where I'm getting most of everything from right now. And that's kind of my intention as how I build it too. Because as a Beachbody coach, what I really want to steer away from is my social media identity became Rachel Voris, Beachbody coach. Oh, and she has these 3 kids. I really want to be, I still want to be me. I still want my friends to come and see me and see my life. And I want Zaya to be a piece of that. So that's where I'm sort of filtering all things through my group. If I am messaging people, it's not at all Zaya related, but it's reaching out, reconnecting, just like we did with Beachbody, building that relationship. And then where they're oh, I see what you're doing. What happened with Beachbody? What are you doing now? And then we get into that conversation. So
Rachel, how many people
I've just always felt very, what's that?
No, go ahead, finish.
No, I've always just felt very uncomfortable with sort of the, hey girl, do you want to do what I do? But that's just me. I've never been very forward in that. So what I'm loving about this versus that is that I have everything kind of in a private space that people have opted in for. So when I post something or I message somebody about it, they've opted in. They know that I've already engaged in that sort of conversation with them already passively.
Yes. How many people do you have in your VIP group?
I have about 180 right now.
Okay, so that's awesome. Well, and that's good because, like you say, you're still new, so you have that market, that community that you don't really have to go outside of yet. So that's right. Great. And yeah, just do that as long as you can, and hopefully you can just keep adding, and that might be how you do this. But for some people that have been in it for a while and kind of, maybe haven't, their VIP group hasn't grown as much or as fast, then you kind of have to start, maybe reaching outside of that circle. But if it's working right now, I would just stay there and just, hopefully keep adding.
I also think another way to do it is, again, when we talk so much about stories, and that wasn't something that I was able to utilize when I was coaching. That wasn't in existence. And taking polls in there are awesome because people think that they're anonymous. People really don't realize that you can see who's seen your story and you can see who's voted. So that's valuable too. If you're not ready to be so forward, to take a poll, do you want to learn more, interested in shopping, that sort of thing. Because people always want to give their opinion. And sometimes when I do polls, I don't necessarily want to share my opinion, but I want to know what the opinion of all the other people what did other people choose? And you only see that until you press the button. So those are kind of a fun way to do it too.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. And that's on my goal sheet, is to use my stories more, for that, for inviting to parties, for, the rep opportunity. Right now, I don't ever use my stories for that. But honestly, I never use stories very much at all. And I'm trying to like be more consistent with those. So I definitely, that's good to hear because I definitely want to start doing that. I just haven't implemented that yet. So anybody else? Okay. And then also I wanted to share too, something that works for me as far as messaging and getting people in the clothes is with Facebook and the birthdays. If anybody, well, my audience, when it's their birthday, I'm not sending it out to my husband's friends or anything, but when I get the birthday notification that it's a friend, somebody I went to high school with, somebody, you know, that's, I know, I will send them, like, hey, happy birthday. Since it's your birthday, I'd love to offer you, 20% off your order. And I've had really, really good luck with that. So I mean, almost, I'm trying to think, I've probably done it, I don't know, 15 or 20 times now. And I probably had 10 people or 12 people take me up on it. So, I mean, I feel like those are pretty good odds. And people that didn't take me up on it said, oh, okay, thank you. Like, I'll look at your site or whatever. So, I mean, maybe they'll still order in the future, but that's worked really well. And that's really easy reminder because, obviously we keep them every day. And so I just send them a quick message just saying happy birthday. And I'd love to give you, a discount on the clothes if you want to try them. So also keep that in mind. That's worked well.
Monica, do you do that in your VIP group too? Like, do you say who has a birthday in this month, and do you offer the
done that, but tomorrow
day or for the whole month?
I have not done that in my VIP group yet because a lot of those people I'm friends with Facebook, and I'll send them like, a message through Messenger or something. I haven't like announced it in the VIP group, but I think, my birthday's tomorrow, so I'm definitely going to do a sale in there for them tomorrow. And then my 2-year anniversary is with Zaya on the 19th. So I was going to do something fun for my 2-year anniversary in there. And then usually on Wednesdays, I offer free shipping on all the new releases. But yeah, I have to figure out what exactly percentage. I might do 20% off. I don't know. I'm trying to still decide. It's 11% is the 11th day, 9% just doesn't seem. So I'm like trying to figure out, I'm like, oh, I might just do 20%. But yeah, I offer discounts in there quite a bit. But I also, it's not like I do it every week. I do offer the free shipping though, every week on the new releases, just on the new releases. So if they buy something Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday with the new releases, then I'll give them free shipping. But what did you decide on your party for? Oh, go ahead. Somebody gonna say something? Oh, thought somebody was gonna say something.
Sorry, I started to talk. Yeah.
Oh, go
ahead. Can you talk a little bit about your script that you use when you offer % offs and they actually are like ready to take you up on it? Because I know some people reimburse, some people give gift cards. Like, how do you concisely say, I'm going to give you 20% off, but then when it actually comes down to it, like, what do you tell them?
I always have them message me. I say, like with the birthday one, I'll say, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you 20% off since it's your birthday. When you're ready to order, just message me. I'll place your order for you, and then I will send you an invoice. So that's
how you do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And plus that way I can control like the sizes and the, I always feel like if I just send them my link that they're going to, a pant that's sublimated and not know that it runs a little tight or, I feel like it gives me more control and less returns when I can order for them. Yes, it's more work and, but again, I feel like it's less work than having to return and deal with all of that. So.
Right. Okay. That's good to know. I haven't really done that except for one person that I do that with. but I don't like how much back and forth there is about, here's a gift card code for your free shipping, or, okay, I'm going to reimburse you PayPal or Venmo. What's your address? And I feel like some people just kind of let it just go at that point. So yeah, I want to make it as easy as I can for them.
Amy, sometimes I've done what Monica's done before. I have one customer, bless her soul. She's just this little old lady, and she is obsessed with Zaya, but she won't order online. She's like super paranoid about it, so she makes me do it for her, and I call her every time. So I've done what Monica's done and like just paid, and then Miss Marcy pays me back or what have you. But if it's people like in my VIP group, more often than not, I either give them the option of like a Zaya gift card, because I've had some people say, well, I don't have Venmo or PayPal, but I always make sure that if they're ordering, that the order comes through first, because I've ate too much money in gift cards that I already paid for. And then obviously I was able to give them away later, but then people, oh, I'm not going to order right now. And so I always wait until that order hits my email before I reimburse anything. And most people are okay with it because I do it like right away and send it back to them. Another one of my reps has really, really good luck with calling it a refund on their order versus for whatever reason, they like jump all over that. When she's like, I'll refund you the shipping, or I'll refund you X amount of dollars. For whatever reason, that wording works for her and her parties really well, and people tend to jump on her deals that she offers in there a lot better. So just a couple things that have worked for me.
That's good. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I usually, when I do discounts, I'll usually say instead of 10% off, I'll say 10% back, and then I'll put an asterisk, and then on the bottom, I'll put percentage back will be made in the form of PayPal, Venmo, or as a gift card. It's up to them. So whatever they like.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for spending some time talking through that.
It's not showing up yet. You guys hear me now? Nobody can hear me? No, nothing?
Yes.
Oh, now you can?
Yes.
Can't hear me? Oh. Like, what's happening? Okay, because I'm not showing up yellow like I'm talking. Okay. What I was going to say is I have the Square app, and I just send them the invoice using the Square app, and it goes right to their email, and then they can use a credit card, a debit card, or whatever they want to use to pay for it. So that's been, and then I can really keep track. It's just really easy to keep track of who's paid and if it's unpaid or whatever. And knock on wood, I haven't gotten burnt by ordering for them and then having them pay later, luckily. But so that's really easy. Obviously, Square's going to take a little bit of a percentage from that, but it's just really easy because that way they can PayPal or Venmo. They can, like I said, use their debit card or their credit card to pay for it. So, all right. Any other questions?
Yes, I have one.
Emily?
Okay, so when you guys run a discount or whatever in your VIP, do you also run it in your parties? Because sometimes I feel guilty when like a few people have ordered a party already, and then I'm like, oh, here's a big discount, but I'm running it in my VIP group and they can see that. I don't know.
That's a hard one. I mean, if I know there's a double, maybe group that's on a party or something, I will maybe sometimes message them separately. Yeah, I'll give you the discount. I know I'm running it in this group or that group or whatever. So I have just messaged them privately.
I haven't, but I'm still new and figuring it all out. If I do something in my VIP, I just consider that's a special promotion for my VIP. I don't post about it publicly. I don't post about it on my stories. Sometimes I'll post like an image of the of the deal that I'm doing, whatever I posted in my VIP on my stories, but then I'll put like script over it. Like, if you want to know, the deal, join my VIP group. But no, I mean, I keep the parties. I do free shipping, and then I have like gift card giveaways. So they have their own little things going on there. But yeah, I keep my VIP.
I just feel guilty when like the hostess is in my VIP, and then it feels like I'm not helping their party out.
That is like with your VIP, you're getting those hostess rewards. But in her party,
I can't hear you.
so you can't. I don't know. Let me try. Now, can you hear me? No. Yes. Oh, that's so weird. I was saying with your hostess and so your VIP group, you're getting the hostess rewards. So that's why you can offer those discounts, because you're going to still get the rewards. And the parties, your hostess is getting them. So, it's kind of depending. If you love your hostess a lot and you want her to do well, then yeah, you can offer some discounts to people or whatever. But if you don't know this hostess and she just, signed up to have a party, I wouldn't be, doing a lot of, percentages off and stuff. You can do free shipping or whatever, but to help her a little bit. But no, I wouldn't feel guilty, doing it if I didn't know the person or if she wasn't, a close friend or something. Anybody else? I'm just checking this.
No, I think that's a great point. I wasn't even thinking that. The hostess, like, the words are ridiculous. So they're getting, I mean, if they're going to place a personal order, then they could do it in the VIP group and, use your VIP discount, but they themselves are not even placing an order for their party. It's their people who most of them are not in your VIP group. So, but yeah, the discount they get as a hostess it's crazy. When I tell people what they get, it's crazy. It's awesome.
So your homework for next week is try to send out 5 to 10 messages this week before next Tuesday. And then maybe next Tuesday when you come back, kind of share, if you've had really good luck with something, with a certain message that you sent or whatever. But like I said, it should be pretty easy to get those in because of the Discover Zaya. So if there's anybody that you think of or, make a list of people that you think this is, you would be right with, then definitely send those out, and it doesn't have to be something simple, like we talk about. So, but if there's questions that come up, obviously just put them in the group and help each other. So, otherwise, just get those messages, and we'll chat next week. All right, you guys hear me? All right, good night.